Yeah, both of these teams trying to move back into the swing of things. I mean, North, as you said, they're currently undefeated, so looking pretty strong. However, it is off the back of a bye week and a forfeit win. So not really having to had a lot of weeks, only really played 2 real matches, which kind of does affect you a little bit. It does turn out worse for stats when you get into those tiebreakers later down the line. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play against a pretty good Mounds View squad today. So, technical problems. Just worded. Apparently, nobody can hear Skeptor right now. So it might have seemed a little crazy for me just talking to myself, just absolutely, going off like I have like schizophrenia or something, just going insane. But you know what? I think we're about to see an absolutely insane matchup because both of these teams are pretty close rank wise. I mean, both of these teams, you got some good ascendants, you got some good kind of more like lower level diamond players. And you know what? Honestly, all in all, they're pretty even skill wise. I do, however, have to give a slight advantage to Mounds View, though. They're looking pretty strong. Rank wise, their ranks are just cleaner, don't really dip as low as North does. However, there's always a however. Because, however, when you look at things, North has beaten teams which Mounds View has lost to, but oh, it looks like Skeptor might be back. We can see him waving.
All right. Mic
Are we
check.
back?
I'm
Are we
hoping that it's
back?
on. All right. Let's go. All
Yeah,
right, let's
he's
go.
back.
Apologies for that, folks. All right. We said welcome. We said
Yeah.
hello. Week 5 Valorant. Gummy and I have been talking about these two squads. North 3-0. Mounds View 2-1. So Mounds View trying to get back in the win column. North trying to stay undefeated. Quite a awesome matchup lined up for game number 1. In our second game, going to be Blue Sky Dogs taking on Egan Gummy's home squad. So awesome to see them stepping out onto the stream for game number 2. Overall, though, really excited and really focused on this game number 1, Gummy. We were talking about the implications, right? We're past halfway through the season. Okay, so every win, every game counts. State spots are very limited and hard to come by, especially in a game as tough as Valorant, right? Like this league is pretty much stacked. So gotta win right now while you still have a little bit of regular season life left.
Now, while you still have that chance, I mean, because we're not fully into the do or die situation right now, you still have this week and 2 more weeks to play your matches to figure out where standings go. But we do kind of already see the teams that are pulling ahead and the teams that are falling behind. And right now, North is one of those teams that's pulling ahead. But, with the bye week, with the forfeit, a few losses in the back half of the season, and that state chance is gone.
Absolutely. And I mean, you already gave credit to this point, but the fact that North having that forfeit win, haven't played as many games, right? So limited time on the server. Sure, they've been practicing and stuff, but having a big game on stream now, trying to keep that undefeated record alive. And we've seen this Mounds View team before. They are a pretty solid squad, Gummy.
Yeah, they're very solid. I mean, I was talking a bit while you were figuring out your tech problems, but rank wise, they're very solid. I mean, you got an immortal, you got 3 ascendant players, so
Absolutely.
a very balanced, very high ranking squad. So all in all, they're looking very strong. However, as I said before, they lost to a team that North was able to pull out and beat. So you got to say that this is going to be more even than like you kind of expect. It's going to be 2 very high skill teams just kind of battling it out right now to make a good state spot. And I don't think it really gets more hype than that.
Yeah, agreed. Every win matters. Every game matters coming down to the wire in the regular season. Only 3 weeks left, including tonight. So, I mean, seriously, right? All focus has to be on every game, every round at hand. So both teams locked in, looking to go. We were figuring out pick ban. Not sure what map we are going to have on the cards for game number 1, Gummy. If you had to take a guess, what map are you going to go with?
I'm going to go split.
Split? Okay.
Yeah. I'm going
We
split.
haven't seen Split in so long, dude.
I know. I feel like we're due. I feel like
we probably
due.
are due. We're due for a lot of maps to be on stream that we just never see. That's just the problem with BO1 is like teams so frequently get away with whatever map is ideal to them, right? I mean, you just get so many bans. It's really hard to get some of the non-traditional maps into play, but it is what it is. I still don't think ISO is available for regular play in our games. I'm pretty sure he's still barred up from being picked, so we shouldn't see the new agent just yet. Thankfully, I've been seeing it a little too often in my solo queue games. But anyways, Gummy, what are you excited about for this game one?
Honestly, I'm excited to see a game that has the potential to go all the way down to the wire. Because we've
Very
talked a
true.
lot about how, that's a very, they're very close in skill level wise. And I feel like from also what we've seen of Mounds View before, they're a team with the stamina who can go the distance. So I'm really expecting a long, drawn out match here. I'm expecting a match that could go into overtime, go the full distance. So I feel like we really got to buckle down and get ready for this one.
Absolutely. I mean, dude, this one is a very tight matchup. I mean, you were talking about the ranks, had to pull it up again myself, make sure what I was looking at was correct. And yeah, I mean, both these squads are pretty stacked, honestly, in terms of solo queue rating. So excited to see what both squads will be pulling out onto the server. I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. And I'm going to take a second to give a shout out to our 6 premier collegiate sponsors linked below. Make sure you guys check them out. All right. Providing big opportunities for your post-secondary schooling, right? Looking to chase a degree, looking to continue a career in esports, right? No better options than what we have listed below. We want to thank each and every one of them for sponsoring MNVL and providing opportunity for you guys. So without further ado, Gummy, I think we'll be loading in very shortly.
I think we will soon in about, about 5 seconds. Maybe.
Maybe
Maybe.
the timing's on the money. It looks like it is.
Breeze.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm down for that. I'm down for some breeze. We don't get to see this one almost ever.
Yeah, I'm very down for this as well. A nice change of scenery away from your ascents, away from just the ascents of the world. Oh my God, have we seen so much ascent? But you know what? I'm happy with the breeze. I feel like also my Valorant knowledge is really showing through here, but is the breeze redesign out?
Yes.
So I'm excited to see this breeze redesign.
Out. Yep. So they didn't change a ton, but they did close off that middle like tunnel area where, I mean, basically called halls, where people would kind of lurk through and take that fight between the 2 doors a lot of the time. They kind of barred that up, so you can't really get through that anymore. You still have the chute where you can drop down into middle of the map, but usually the only people that kind of go up in that area are people that are like initiators that are going to cast like a sky dog down through that and kind of surprise a person at double door mid. But other than that, I mean, you'll see for yourself.
Yeah, I'll see. You know what? This is going to be a learning experience for me. My first time seeing this breeze redesign. I'll decide if I like it or not at the end of the match.
And this is North High School. This is actually a squad that is scrimmaged against one of my teams at CSP. So we'll see how they do being back on the stream. They actually did scrim on Breeze against my squad when they played it. So have been putting in some work on this map. Excited to see how they do.
Yeah, we're on familiar turf here.
Mounds View starting out on the defense side. North on the attack. Now,
love dropping the little good luck, have fun in the match chat. Always got to have the sportsmanship.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
That's not ready.
We see Juhi on the chamber, not opting to go for his headhunter bullets, instead of going for the sheriff entirely. So, interesting purchase, not a bad idea, right? You get a lot of shots with the sheriff. Just doesn't get that scope in ability that that chamber players are so used to having with that headhunter. Now, in the right place to make a big stoppage of play on this early A main attack. The Viper wall out, almost indicating that the hit is underway. Dart gonna spot chamber, has to teleport back down. Now the push in from North. Shots come out from Juhi, gonna take out the KO first. 5v4 situation, defenders up a man. The fake plants on to default. Drowsy trying to draw in some defenders, and now defenders finally going to push. Knight takes out one. King's Molly going to take out a second into a 3v4. North in trouble. Backing up into the Viper's snake bite, and it's a triple kill for King. Defenders holding out nicely.
Love the nice little 3K there from King. I mean, King there just played pretty well. I mean, got the 3K, absolutely dominated there, played fantastic. Now, Lebronze looking pretty strong right now. I mean, take the early lead, take that early advantage, just got to keep pushing. I mean, remember, we've talked about how equal in skill these teams are. I expect, a bit of a pushback here from North. They're not going to let this one slip away early.
Absolutely not, but for our attacking side. After dropping the pistol, Economy won't be in the best position. We can see Knight here having 3 shots in the Headhunter.
Yeah, Knight opted for Headhunter now. Not going with that Sheriff.
Push out here from the Jet, forced to dash away. Now nice push from Rebel, gonna take out Knight towards elbow position. The rest of the attackers sitting at bottom mid. Trice gonna find a nice shot onto the opposing Jet.
All right, a nice even 4v4.
A lot of stuttering going on, but the rotate from the attackers seeming to be towards the B side of the map. Elbow push again from Rebel. Going to double down on that spot now. Getting a 3K, making a 4K on for the ace. Not going to happen as Pot will eliminate Trice, but Rebel absolutely tearing up the elbow position with that Spectre.
Come on, Pot. I mean, you got to let him get the ace, right?
Yeah, I'd say you let him go for it at least, but I also respect keeping it in professional, right? You know, the ace isn't what you're playing for. You're playing for the round win. Obviously, it's fun letting your team go for that ace, or letting your teammate, rather, try to finish it off, but you don't really want to lose too many weapons. You're going into a bonus round, so you're trying to carry over everything that you possibly can.
Yeah, that is true, especially in the early game. You just want to rack up as much wins as you can. Maybe let him go for the ace, you know, when you're actually like up like 6 rounds or so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a different story. Revel going to find another first blood, tearing it up early on in this one. King now with that Guardian in hand, tapping the head of one. Knight will remove his after. Now the swing out. Juhi going to find one with the Marshal, taking out Knight, and now only 2 attackers remain. Is Silent or Loud and Trice. Nice headshot found.
A 1v3
Silent
situation.
Will fall after. And now it just leaves Trice in the 1v3. As you said, takes out the first. Low HP on the Sky. Very manageable round. Trice only on 48 himself. Gonna have to play this one very diligently. Here's the flash of one. Did spot one on that pillar position, but defenders doing a nice job of grouping up, trying to play together. Nice melee option. The Blade of the Ruined King coming out. Trice now creeping up the elbow position. How long do these defenders kind of sit, poke, and prod and wait for the play? Trice kind of reading this, and now defenders rotating. That sound cue going to be given over. The misread. Trice trying to find one potential shot in the back. Not going to happen. We'll have a free spike plant, and all of a sudden, this round becoming very interesting here, Gummy.
Yeah, Trice just absolutely outplayed the Mounds View squad there. Just, oh my god. Tricked them, and now it is just a defending situation. Just got to hold an angle and take out 2, and one of them's on pretty low health. This is a 100% doable situation here for North.
Good wall coming through. Oh no, the worst timing for this. Freeze now, nade out in hand. We'll throw it on top of Spike. Sky with a perfectly timed peek. Revel will take down Trice. Only needed the 1 bullet to do so. KO is quite low on HP. And now the defuse going over. Sky only 1 ultimate orb off of getting that ulti online, and a 3-0 start for Mounds View is not how North wanted to go into this one.
No, it is not. North wanted to walk away here with an early lead. Just kind of, when it's close like this, you just want to get a nice lead early, pull away as quick as you can, and instead it's Mounds View with the foot on the gas, moving as fast as they can with a 3-0 start. We need a huge rally here from North to kind of put themselves back into this one and not slip into a situation where you switch back to defense and you're down like 10 rounds.
Yeah, now only mere pistols getting played for the attacking side, getting hard financially reset after that first gun round not going their way. Skydog gonna find this elbow push, and Revel has been dominating this elbow position through the early rounds of this game.
I mean, it's how we found that 4K early on. It's Revel's just dominated this area. Revel's been dominating a lot recently. So far, I'd say MVP. I mean, it's a little early, but they've just been playing super, super solid. Revel, again, finds another. Lebronze up 5-3. This is looking like another easy round win.
Heal up, squad.
Yeah, I mean, the weapon's not doing them any favors. You know, you just got pistols. This is one of the longest ranged maps in the entirety of the game. So, oftenly going to favor the rifle by over your short buy rounds. That's what makes the rifle round so very important on this map here, Gummy. You need rifles to stand a fighting chance in it, right? There's only very few spots on the map that are like close range enough for pistols to make big impact.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, and here, one of those areas is shoulder, and Moundsview's done a very good job of just shutting that down right away. Revel dominating that area, not letting North take advantage in the one area where they might be able to. But Knight finding one, maybe the spark they need to take this round from the clutches of defeat.
10 seconds left. Last
Now the
player
push out,
standing.
not going to happen.
Nope.
They do find 2 of the defenders, so good on them to remove a few rifles out of the defending hands. Try to limit that economy for what they can, but overall, all defenders should be able to buy, as the credits will still be rolling quite nicely for the team up 4-0.
Yeah. I mean, when you're up 4-0, the money just kind of rolls on in. You can kind of afford to buy a rifle or two. But on North's side, at least that round, they found some kills, and they saved their money. So this round, we should see something a little more even with their purchasing choices. Maybe a full rifle round here, if a man can dream. And maybe this is where North can finally take a round.
Attackers getting out with some haste. No defenders here playing a full retake setup from the side of Moundsview, but will the attackers be able to lock this down? They have to be wary of all 3 entrances, the flank, the tunnel, and CT spawn. Now, defenders pushing in, 2 at the elbow flank, 3 coming through tunnel. Now the push out, Pot finds the first Silent or Loud, going to trade one back, 4v4 scenario. Nice shot from the Jet. An operator out on Chamber, needs to hit this shot, will execute the KO into a 3-on-3. The second shot gonna land. Chamber making it into a 2 versus 2. Now Harbor pushing out onto the site. Knight gonna eliminate one more defender. Pot left in a 1 versus 2. Not gonna happen. Attackers get their first round on the board.
North finds it there, finally. Gets their first round win. 4-1. Now, this might be the spark they need to turn things around. I mean, they picked up that Chambers op, so you know what? Rifles are looking pretty clean there. You did lose 3 rifles that round, so not the greatest round win, but hey, a win's a win. And at this point, you can take whatever you're going to get.
Yeah, attackers just do or die round. They got to get on the board, and they do so nicely. A well-attacked round, even with the defenders going for a full retake, right? Just giving the site and then trying to come back through with all your util. A very well-played round from both sides, and you see how the economy damage hurt the side of the attackers. Silent or Loud only on a Marshall here, Gummy.
Yeah. Marshall, not the greatest pick, but hey, I guess sometimes you just got to save a little bit. The economy can be rough, my friend.
Especially after losing and only having your first round, right? You got your first win, but at the cost of 3 teammates. So not everybody being on the best of weapons. A few Vandals, but overall, defenders with that advantage for weaponry. Nice shot from the Jet, but traded out by Chamber. Now into a 4v4. Attackers looking towards the A site, but Jet going to timing the Silent or Loud push. Price now up close and personal. Going to take out the Harbor. Nice find from Crafty on 2 tries. 3v2.
2v2, even
now.
game.
Ooh, nice shot. Makes it a 1v2. Drowsy left alive, left to find it. So many clutch opportunities. Not going to happen. It's Crafty on for a 3K.
Very, very nice work there, Crafty. Locked down that A site, played fantastic. Moundsview, after, taking a loss that one round, instantly putting things back, saying, hey, we're not changing the script just because you took one. We're just going to keep our pedal to the metal, keep moving with this round as they move into the later half of the first half. Half of a half, Skeptor.
Yeah, halfway through the first half of this game. 12 rounds before the swap. And now attackers eyeing up the B side of things here, Gummy, but this Tasmanian Tiger going to spot out the push. Revel still been dominating this elbow position. Attackers have been struggling, trying to put more resources into the take this time, but being met by an immovable defensive setup. Jet opening it up again. Silent or Loud will fall. That's your info gatherer in Sova exiting the round first. Jet at bottom mid here. Pot, the lone defender on the A side, sitting at this double door spot, not really looking to peek out. Jet just holding this angle. Now the jump spot.
Everybody's just sitting, holding an angle and watching. No one really wants to push. No one wants to lose. But, oh, Jokey finds one with the op.
Yeah, that's a big shot onto Knight. Now a 3v5. Attackers are down 2 members, trying to force a push onto the A site here, Gummy. Only Pot here to defend. So if anybody was going to be able to make a big-time hold, it would be the Harbor, the anchor. Here's the first one out on site. Could timing this push to perfection. No flash KO, not holding the planner. Pot finds 2. Now it's only the Jet on site. He's on for the 3K. In Mountains View are shutting down North.
Oh my, gets the 2-for-1 deal as he walks through that screen, then says, you know what, I got one more in me. Gets a nice 3K to lock down that site. You know, Mountains View is just looking so dominant right now. They're just looking too clean.
Yeah, Mountains View really shutting down North in every facet here. Gummy 6-1 up, still a few rounds remaining on this first half, but North desperately need to get things activated and going on their side. As Mountains View looking like a well-oiled machine.
You need to find something here. You had that one round win a bit ago, but you need more than one to win a game of Valor. You need 13, so they got to really start stringing things along here.
Now trying to creep up, jump up are the attackers. Sitting on the other side of mid. Pot up close and personal. Asado going to take one out for the way of North. Blinded up is Harbor, going to be forced to fall back towards elbow, but attackers found a first blood in their favor. They have now backed up and are reapproaching this A side setup. Revel clears out all of bottom mid, almost certainly signifying that an A hit is underway. North grouped up, sitting outside of A main, and you can see how close that chamber is to vision. But look at Juhi up top here with this operator. Could be the undoing here, Gummy. The push going to come out. Juhi forced a TP back down. Rebel will take out Knight in mid. Now the push is underway. Juhi takes out a second. Pot adds another 3K. This A site is completely locked down.
Okay, Pot gets another one to go. Another 3K. You know, that was actually some really good plays there from North. You know, feigning that push mid, gets there one, so they have the man advantage, switch around, say, you know what, let's go push A. They're not going to expect it. You know, we got the advantage. Let's use our util. Let's get a good round here. But in the end, Mountains View just had that dog in them. Pot with a 3K, Johi with a nice operator snipe. I got to say, I don't know what North can really do to beat Mountains View right now.
Yeah, currently getting shut down at almost every junction that they approach. Now, Mountains View playing completely retake on B yet again here, and this is the only round that North has gotten on the board when they played completely off-site. Mountains View going for it again. We'll see how the North hold actually holds up this time. Plenty of ultimates available for Mountains View. The Viper's Pit available for Drowsy, and they don't opt to use it. That's definitely a surprising move. We'll have to see how they hold up. Now going to try to get it down. There we go, giving some extra cover. The flank from window position could cause a nuisance. Revel might be able to pick someone off. Experiencing a lot of traffic. Ooh, North up big early in this one. Now 4-on-3, advantageous state for the attacking side. The swing from Crafty not going to go down. And that's just a question mark I have to put out for Mountains View. The only round you've lost was just playing completely off B site, and they do it again, and they lose again. So hopefully Mountains View will recognize that playing complete retake on B is not in their best interest, and I believe that they won't make that mistake again, because that's just surprising to me, Dummy.
Yeah, hey, man can dream, but these B pushes have been just brutal for Mountains View. North, that's the only spot they've been able to find anything. I'm surprised they're not pushing B more, actually. It seems like they get one good push with B and then switch out for like an A or mid push.
I mean, the biggest thing, though, is just Mountains View playing so far back and playing that give and retake, and they're realizing that that is not in their best interest, trying to play and hold that site now, hold the line. You can see Revel over towards tunnel. Going to be the first one up for the task here. We'll spot out a few players close. Nice pop flash from the KO. Knight will remove Revel's head, and now this B site is hurting. Viper, the lone defender. Attackers flooding in quickly. Trice removes King. Now the swing from top mid. Jet gap there. Juhi in spawn with Pot left in a 2 versus 5 situation. Very tough round for Mountain View to claw back, and all of a sudden, North showing some life left in this half. The flank is in the back line. Both these players are dead to rights. Pot dead first, and Juhi to follow. North add 3 to the scoreboard.
Yeah, this is very, very good if you're a North fan right now. North was looking, to be frank, pretty dead early on. They were not playing to their best. Mountain View was just kind of had that advantage over them, but now I'm seeing signs of life. North is playing strong. They're playing well. They're playing smart. Pushing into a site where they know they can win. They're playing smart, getting a nice lockdown early and just playing an easy defense. I got to say, right now, I'm very impressed with North, but they got to keep this train going. If they start slipping again, Mountain View's going to be looking very good as we go into the second half.
And North just opting for a full-on B hit here. Nice snake bite to keep them at bay, but the KO ultimate going to open things out nicely. North flooding into the B site with some ease. Only 1 defender here. And now going to get shut down. King out of the round. That's your only B defender for the side of Mounds View. And all of a sudden, this such dominant first half. Not looking so dominant, not out of the round just yet, but 4v5 situation, defenders in the mismatch. Asado going to add another to the tally, giving it a 3K. Now it's a 4v2. Juhi trying to find the headshot. Not going to happen. Knight shuts it down. In North are going to make it 7-4.
What a play there for North. Already 7-4, and you got to shout out to the Jet with a 4K. Almost got the ace, using that operator to their most advantage. Absolutely went crazy. But you can see a timeout taken from Mounds View. Very, very good call. You started slipping rounds here. You went from a huge lead to a 7-4, kind of pretty close game. So good choice here for Mounds View to take a timeout.
I mean, the straight up simple way to put this is they've lost B for every round that they've lost. They have lost B. I don't understand the thought process on continuing to leave your Viper by themselves, right? It just makes it so much easier if it's just one person to eliminate, right? There's just too much to actually hold. So Mounds View addressing the issue, trying to figure out a way to get this last round on the board, because this is the difference between a 2-round lead and a 4-round lead, Gummy. Quite a stark difference, right? So pressure is on for both squads, but I mean, North have to be feeling confident going off the back of this timeout.
Yeah, North riding high, 3 straight wins, and right after this, they switch to defense, which just might be their forte. I mean, we've seen how locked down they can be when they finally get onto point, get that spike down, and play defense. So if North goes in 7-5 into the second half, I feel like they might be favorites to walk away with the whole thing.
Yeah, 7-5 would mean morale feeling really good, and definitely a defense-sided map. It's just it's tough if you give that first blood, right? First blood being such a key decider in this map. Attackers very much can open up things with rather ease. Now a push coming in mid from Pot, gonna get droned out. Attackers completely switching up, going for a mid double door split now. 2 players at A main. Juhi could get timing here. The walk back betraying him. Pot now left alone. Will execute the Jet now with a dink on to Drowsy. Pot making it happen from the yellow position. 1 player at default, 1 player climbing up the stairs behind him. Harbor going to use that ultimate ability. Now getting swung from top stair. Takes out Silencer Loud. Pot is on a nuclear streak. Will finally get finished by Knight. Trice up next. King denies. Knight in a 1v4. Not going to happen. It is the defenders taking the final round of the first half.
Switching sides.
Okay, the timeout paying dividends there for Mounds View, but man, Pot locked it down with the 3K. And then on the other side, King had a 3K of his own too. Both North and Mounds View are seeing some insane kind of step up plays right now, as players are stepping up, locking down their points, trying to push their team to victory. But in the end, Mounds View just a little more solid, took that one out, going to the half 8-4.
Careful here.
8-4, not a bad look for Mounds View. They started to drop, but call the timeout, readjust their setup, and make it happen. Pot is a beast on that harbor. That's all I gotta say. Countless big-time plays throughout that first half from Pot. 2 3Ks, and then, I mean, that at least 3 3Ks, right? Like, big-time plays come through from Pot.
Time to hunt.
Pot's just been an insanely, big time performer here. And at the end, I gotta say, it was like people coming in from all sides. Just as this Matthew squad is coming in straight through that one spot, trying to surround North from all sides. It's a 3v4. Matthew looking a little weak, but okay. Pot gets the spike down. 3v3.
Yeah, interesting state of the round. Attackers in a good spot. Spike planted. Do they expect this player up close? 2 of them tucked on the other side of this harbor wall. Silent or loud, gonna have to flick over. Ooh, should get somewhat of a warning that they're there. Knight gonna spam through the smokes as well, leaving only King on low HP. Will find one, but it's the numbers in North that will retake the site, find that pistol round, and now cutting the lead to 3.
It is over.
Yeah, North looking strong. Like we said, they might just be more defense favored. We saw how good they were at defense whenever they got that spike onto the point. So I feel like, this is the start of North domination right now. This is when they're going to start running away with things.
North definitely in a good spot to start to claw their way back into the game. Attacking side going to be on a save after that pistol loss. So it should be the likes of North to have this massive weapon advantage and really close this one to a 2-round lead only.
Looking for it right now.
Mid.
Okay.
Attacker's going to spot that, track it out of the air, take it out. Pot now with the spike going to head over towards elbow position and look to a B hit with his team. This push from Trice is going to spot King walking back to A main and take him out. Now Revel deciding to fall back towards A main, see if Trice is going to push that timing, but North playing disciplined right now. Not pushing out, not overextending too much, trying to play that longer range advantage. Nice shot from Jet to Jet. North now up 2.
North looking very strong here. I mean, a 5-3 advantage. All they got to do is hold these points and don't get greedy. I think the moment they get greedy, Mounds View is going to find a way to take this one out, but at 2v5 right now, things are looking good for North. Jet finds 2 with the Marshall. With the
Marshall activating. Yep.
Going a little
Asado,
crazy.
nice shots. Revel's spot was noted. Sova saw him cross into here, so all defenders closing in on him. Trice drops on his head and takes him out with the nade spam combo. North starting out nicely on the defensive side of things. 2-0 in this one. Only back 2 now.
Only down 2. They're looking very strong right now. I mean, this is North. They're up. They're ready to go. They're pushing. They're playing to their best ability. And I'm very, very impressed with how they're playing right now. But they just got to keep it up. They can't afford to lose that discipline they have right now that's letting them just pick apart the Mounds View attack.
Yeah, now Mounds View on their first rifle buy of this second half, Gummy. So, got to be feeling high in the morale department. The Tiger going to come out first. A great nade from Trice trying to hold this push at bay. Viper Wall committed to the site, but attackers not pushing out just yet. The good thing about this Mounds View team composition is they have a double controller setup, so they can kind of commit this Viper Wall. They don't have to stay and completely hit this site, right? They have the same kind of mechanics and abilities available to them with the harbor, but it keeps the defenders rather, nervous and interested, right, as to what can happen, what kind of push is still here. Because double controller just really opens things up. And now you can see the attackers, Gummy, creeping right back into the area that was just cleared out by that KO knife. And now the hit actually coming through this time. Attackers storming through the A site. Defenders now scrambling. Spike plant coming down now. And look at that. Harbor Cove to keep them safe and sound. Attackers leaving a few on default site. 3 defenders at the stairwell. A little bit interesting. The fight about to break out here from the yellow position.
Oh, Spike's already down.
Yep,
Oh, Pot finds
Revel.
one. Revel. All right, we're opening this thing up.
And it's Pot
Already a
again.
5v2.
Good shot from Drowsy on the Viper, but it's not going to matter. Numbers will reign supreme. 4v1, make it a 4 and done. Mounds View with an excellent first rifle buy in this one.
Yeah, Mounds View played excellent there. Wow, that was a very, very patient and disciplined match. We were at about 15 seconds when the spike got planted, and no one had been eliminated yet. We were still sitting at a 5v5.
Yeah.
That's maybe one of the most disciplined and patient rounds of Valorant I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life.
I'd say that was tactical to a T coming out from Mounds View. Falling back, they were about to rotate over to the B site. What made them call that rotate off was the KO knife for info gathering was used a little early. You can't blame the defenders, right? Time was dwindling down. They didn't know what the hit was going to happen, but you saw all the attackers come right back to the area that KO knife just cleared out. Now it's Asado with an operator, not going to land the first shot. That could be the undoing of this attack. Two attackers get out close on him. Asado dashes up forward, Gubby, and gets dropped. Now attackers absolutely opening up that round. Defenders didn't stand a chance off the back of the missed operator shots.
Yeah, the missed operator shots and that misplay there with the dash right into the face of the opposing jet. Things just weren't looking clean and disciplined like we saw before from North. And right now you're sitting at a situation where all Mounds View has to do is win 3 more rounds and they walk away with the W. So North, they really got to lock in now. We're getting to do or die.
Yeah, North now in a little bit of trouble. You can see defenders on an economy reset and now going to be forced to save this round. Almost certainly a round 11 getting locked in here for Mounds View.
Time to hunt.
All right, switching things up a little bit. We could see a mid push and a bit of a B push and an A push. Okay, we're just going with the 3-pronged offensive.
Yeah, this is interesting to say the least. A little bit of a slowdown. Defenders not having the best weaponry and now being fanned out across the map as well. Not going to help them, but it's the Viper's wall committed. It's Knight up close here with the Headhunter out, not moving a muscle. Now blinded up again. Shot not going to land. It's Rebel to take him out. Now it's a 5v4. Mounds View, man advantage. Spike going to go down. Defenders having no answer. Yes, the weaponry was poor, but the mind games being played with the double controller setup are really paying through for the way of Mounds View.
Yeah, Mounds View now sitting at a 5v4, and all they got to do right now is hold this point. I mean, they got burned by this so many times when they were defending, and now it's their time for a little revenge. Jokey finds 2 before finally getting taken out. A nice little trade there, and then we're back. Mounds View finds 2 and closes out the round for 11-6, and they only need 2 more, Skep.
Yeah, man, this is getting a little out of hand now, right? North on their last legs, going to be on a bye, but remember, they are playing for an undefeated record at this point. We talked about them getting that FF win and then having the bye week. So coming up against a very tough opponent in Mounds View, and now on the verge of losing their undefeatedness in this MNVL Valorant season, Gummy. They got to lock it in right now on this bye round.
Let's play.
Yeah, they're looking
Really
very,
COVID
very
mid.
strong right now. I mean, also, something you got a little point out, a lot of people got a lot riding on North right now. Twitch channel bets have 99% for North.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Twitch chat is off one today, Gummy. That's what I got to say, because right now, Mounds View are looking to eliminate that undefeated North record in a handed fashion. Revel taking out another 5v2 situation. Only 2 defenders left, and it might even be a save weaponry discussion, but they're getting hungry. They're trying to push in mid. The economy's not looking the best for the round to follow, and you're playing on match point. They're playing for the game. Good shot from Trice. 2 versus 4 situation, but it doesn't matter. Revel goes unchecked from the nest position and removes both of them from the round. It is match point in favor of Mounds View.
Yeah, Revel there with a nice 3K. We've seen what he so many times before. Gets a nice 3K, really stepping up for the team right now. But you know what? Mounds View just need 1 more. I can't really get over that. North looked so good. They had such a nice comeback here. But Mounds View, they have put pedal to the metal right now, and now they're in a situation where it's just one more, and they tear North's perfect season away from them.
Yeah, North in a very difficult spot now. King's going to find first blood. Jet gone from the round. Trice on the push in. Will take out Juhi. A perfectly timed flash, but it gets shut down by King. 4v3 situation. Defenders are beaten and bruised. They're down on the man count. The Viper's Pit coming out from the attackers. A crucial gunfight going the way of Knight. Now into a 3 versus 3. Tour de Force is online. The push from Pot, though, shuts down Drowsy. King planted the spike. Defenders, only 2 strong, and one of them's at half HP.
Yeah, but you do have that chamber ult. You gotta pop it right now. It's do or die.
Do or die, but it's gonna be die as Knight will fall. It's only silent or loud, and he's chosen the loud option. They know his location, and it's gonna be shut down. Mounds View giving North their first loss of the season.
Wow. Wow. Just wow. Mounds View there played so clean. We saw it so many times. It seemed every round a new Mounds View player was walking away with a 3K. They just looked so great there. I'm sure they got to be happy with this win. And special shout out to someone who I know has got to be happy. The one person in Twitch chat who put 200 channel points on North compared to the Mounds View compared to the 18,000 that was put on North. And wow, that man has got to be happy because he just won the channel point lottery.
Yeah, that might be one of the biggest upsets in channel point predictions that I've ever seen. I did not participate in that bet. That is quite the lucky, what is it, winner chicken dinner coming out for Mr. 200 points. So good on you, whoever put that vote in. Mounds View, heck of a performance, shutting down North's undefeated season, walking away with a 13-6 victory on Breeze, folks. That's not it for Valorant action tonight. We got Blue Sky Dogs taking on Egan. We're going to hit a quick break. When we come back, more Valorant to be had.